Hi everyone, hope you're all well and welcome back to SnowRunner on the old hard mode. Here we are, still in Smithville Dam, and today my plan is to try and get on with a few things. Last episode, in fact the last couple of episodes I feel like I've not achieved too much. Obviously we did do some scouting, we did get stuck for quite a long time. But as I mentioned in the last episode, if you've seen it, and thank you for those that have, I had a plan or I have a plan rather, to turn the GMC that we're driving right now into a bit of a fuel tanker for us, so we can start completing some of the contracts and trying to make some progress. First things first, actually I'm going to abandon this trailer here, unpack the cargo, so if we want to come and pinch it with the Fleet Star and just grab it out, we can without having to reconnect the truck essentially. Reconnect the truck? What am I on about? Yeah, no, that does make sense. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and turn a truck around at the same time and I'm slightly losing track of what I'm doing. Firstly, just over to the Chevy and let's knock our engine off because I'm gonna refuel the Chevy from the GMC. So I want to do that. There we go. So we've still got plenty of fuel to get back to the garage. The Chevy is full of fuel now. Chances are I'll just be driving it straight back to the garage later anyway, but it does mean that it's got a nice safety blanket of fuel. Meanwhile, we're taking the GMC back to the garage now. So yeah, the plan is to whack a fuel container carrier on the back of this thing and turn it into our tanker for now, so we can extract some of the fuel out of the mission trailers that we need to deliver those, get some experience, get some money, and that also gives us a mobile fuel source. I know it's still only our second truck for now, but I am hoping that soon we'll be pushing on and getting some more trucks in the fleet. I mean, the GMC is not going to be the wisest choice for being able to get fuel anywhere, but hopefully on these early maps don't really need to too much. And it's got a bit of kick to it, you know, it rescued the Fleet Star quite nicely. It has got a diff lock. We can whack some better tyres on it at least, if we need to. I mean, it's, you know, this isn't the deepest mud. It's not the biggest off-roading, but it's coping in auto quite nicely going up here. So I kind of overlooked this truck a little bit until I had to do the big rescue mission. So flying off-road there as I try and drive one-handed whilst giving myself a scratch on the neck. Got a bit itchy. So what we're going to do is take the saddle off it. And we are going to attach not a fire tank, a fuel tank, which has a capacity of 1800 litres. So it's not massive, but it may be enough to do what we need. That's £5 grand. So that's quite an investment right now. It's definitely a fuel tank, yes, cool. So that's that. That's going to be empty. Anything else we can do while we're here? We don't have the all-wheel drive for quite a while. We can't whack a spare wheel on it yet. Tyres, highway, all-terrain. We can get off-road tyres. I think I mentioned that before, but that surprised me. Right, so we don't need any of those right now. Gearbox, no options. There's a potentially better engine. Do I want that? So it's going to improve our fuel consumption. Doesn't change our power to weight. Gives us less durability. I'm going to leave it off for now, to be fair. I don't think I need it. If I'm making a grave mistake, please let me know in the comments. Rooftop. We could put some extra lights on. Right, it's already... no, it's not already got them. That's the other option. Extra lights for 200. No, we're in fairly good nick for now. We can always get them at the time. And do I want to change the colour? That's quite nice, the white and blue. I do like the classic GMC colour here. So let's leave that as is. And begin doing what I set out to do. So we're going to head to Black River. And we should hopefully find our mission container there. Mission container? Mission fuel trailer there. But first we're going to stop and see if we can siphon off some fuel from the scout trailer, which we abandoned near the tunnel a couple of episodes ago, because I'd like to get that task completed at some point soon. It does mean getting a scout up here to drag it in. I think we might be able to just drag it there with this truck. Maybe we could give that a go and find out. It's not going to be a massive diversion, so let's give it a whirl. I don't know whether we have to be attached to do it or just literally drag it into the box. I know when you have tasks that require you to drag trucks, you can just do it with a winch, so maybe we don't necessarily need the trailer actually attached to do it. Let's give it a whirl. So this is the trailer in question. We want to refuel what am I doing? From the fuel trailer, so there's a lot of fuel in there. We'll take as much as we can for the GMC. And we need to leave, is it 10%? I think it's 10% for the mission to work. Which means I've got to do a wee bit of fun maths now. We've taken all the fuel out. I can't get it down in smaller increments though, which is a pain, because I want to take less out. So that's going to have to wait until we get a scout over here, so we can take it out in smaller increments, which is fine, because we've at least run it down a bit. Cool. What I am going to quickly check, if we can see it, is how much fuel is in the mission trailer. Oh, I need to jump onto the map to do that. Bear with me, because let's do a bit of jumping around here. So just jump between the maps to see how much we've got left in the fuel trailer. It's 49%. So I can't remember how big those trailers are in terms of fuel capacity. So what I'm quickly going to do is drive this up the hill, drop the fuel that we've taken from the scout trailer into the maintenance trailer that we've got at the garage up here, So it's a bit of fuel shifting. And then we can go and access that one with a big empty... Yeah, big empty fuel tank on the back of the GMC. There's a bit of shuffling around, but hopefully means we can make the most of this fuel and start completing some missions as well. There we go. So now it's time to head to Black River, and I think it's time-lapse time, so we'll see you there. So here's hoping that this is actually our mission trailer. I think it is, if I remember which way I dropped things in the past. And it does look a little bigger. So whether there's enough space in ours to mess around with the fuel. Ooh, we're okay. So what we want to do... %, we need to leave, so now I could have probably done this with the scout fuel trailer, but I didn't think of it at the time. There we go. I think we're relatively balanced and we're quite close to the limit of what we can afford to have in there, or rather what we require to drop this off. So I really couldn't speak and do all that at the same time. I tried to. It probably made no sense, but there's a lot of thinking going on there. Switching between the fuel trailers, always getting a bit of a mess with them. So oh, is that not dropping off? Do I need to select the task? The contract even? Steel River supplies. So this is the fuel trailer. I didn't select it, did I? No. Is this the wrong fuel trailer? No, because that's the one that we... Unless it was that one. Because I remember ditching one over there. Have I brought the wrong one with me? This would be extremely embarrassing if it is. Just to make it even more embarrassing, we've done that. So it says it's directly straight that way. It's that one, isn't it? I think I brought the wrong one. Wow. Amazing. That's no biggie. Because what we can do is grab the fleet star and bring that over to go and find the actual fuel tank that we want, which I believe is that one, which is bizarre that we can't click on it unless I've bricked the game somehow. I'm just trying to see if we can find it somewhere in there. Let's just try detach the trailer. Attach the trailer again. Nope. Right, bizarre. So what we can do is grab the fleet star, bring that over, because once that's done, we can come and do there's a missing machinery task up here, which needs doing with the drilling spare parts, which is fine. So let's go and do that. there's our fuel trailer. So I remembered on the drive here that I'd started to move this one over a while ago, and then abandoned it here to go and grab the maintenance trailer and take that to Smithfield Dam. So this is hopefully the one that we want now for the contract that we were looking at. I'm now going to have a bit of a slow drive dragging this thing back, because I imagine it's pretty heavy. And also, as you may well have noticed during that little time lapse there, we managed to drop the scout fuel trailer off, because I remembered that I could rejig the fuel with the vehicle fuel tank, which meant smaller increments coming out of the scout fuel trailer. And then, yeah, I thought we'd drag it over and see whether we could drop it off just by the winch. And we could. So that's that one done. Which is great, because that also saves having to bring a scout all the way there just to do that short little drive. And it's certainly one worth remembering for future, that you can winch things and you don't necessarily need to have them attached to the truck. This is quite slow now. Imagine a full fuel tank or trailer such as this one isn't the lightest thing in the world to be dragging. Now we've got to go uphill with it, so let's see how this goes. See, I'd totally forgotten that I'd not pulled that trailer over to the town centre, the one that's attached to the GMC. I genuinely thought was the one needed for the mission. So when I was kind of had this plan for this episode in my head, I was like, yeah, we'll drive over there quite quickly, drop that off onto the next task. Obviously not. You know, I was planning to drop that off and then jump back into Smithfield Dam and get the Fleet Star out to do a couple of tasks there. But now it's over here. We'll do some stuff here. Just adapt the plan a little bit. I say that missing machinery mission that's on screen now actually needs doing. We can take the Fleet Star over and do that. It's a little bit out of the way, but at the same time, it's one that we can do quite easily without going too far off-road or anything. We shouldn't get stuck in any mud for it, so it's quite a safe one to do whilst we're still on old highway tyres. I am umming and ahhing about getting the all-terrain tyres and just not waiting all the way for the mud, but it's so close now. It's 2 levels away, 2,500 experience, and if we can just get up to the next level, well, we can get the mud tyres on the Scout and take that a little further afield anyway. Oh, look at this. Lots of trucks. Trucks in the road. Let's knock this off. I'm going to select the mission or the task just so we can make sure that it behaves. Start tracking. I don't know why it still thinks our fuel tanker is over there. I think this is just a generic thing that must stay on until the mission's done. And now I'm going to do some fuel maths, so please excuse me a minute whilst I try and figure out all of this. So there we go. There's a bit of fuel in here that is going to go to waste, sadly. I probably could have done that a little bit better. But there's only so much faffing around I can do with it. There we go. 39 litres over the limit, which ain't too bad. And there we go. Steel River Supplies is complete. 260 experience and 2,800 monies. So now it is time for missing machinery, I think. I don't think there's anything too near here that we could do. We could try and risk stuck trailer. It's a bit off the beaten track, and I might even get stuck myself. Do I want to risk it? Sure. Let's go for it. What's the worst that can happen? Famous last words. I think there's some trees near there. If it looks too hideous, we can always abandon it and pull out. And whilst we're passing, let's just get a nice little quick photo of our trucks together. I need to remember that nighttime photos don't really make good thumbnails, so that was a bit of a waste of time there. You won't see it because I'll have cut out the video, of course. But oh god, lost control there. But hey ho. Oh, I was on 4-wheel drive anyway. That's a good use of fuel. Now, what I would be interested to know, for those of you who are watching this and have played a lot of SnowRunner yourselves, off-road trucks. It's probably going to be a good idea to buy one at some point, because you don't find any at all on, where are we, Michigan? And the one that you do find, I think, in Alaska, I don't think you get a lot of the upgrades for a while. I think it's the Royal something or other. So if I was going to buy one from the truck store, recommendations for a good one to buy early game. There's one that I really like. I've used it in normal mode. I can't remember the name of it. I want to say AMK, but I could be wrong. There's a normal version and a military version, which you do find in the Alaska map, and a civilian version, which is really good, but it's an absolute fuel guzzler, so not particularly suitable for hard mode. Probably not the wisest choice to buy because of that. So, if anyone knows some good suggestions for a fairly versatile off-road vehicle to buy in hard mode, then please let me know. It's going to be a good while until I get it, but any thoughts would be much appreciated. And if I remember, I'll probably ask this question in the next few episodes, really. Get people's thoughts, feelings, opinions, and go from there. Right, so what I said was, what's the worst that can happen? It's looking pretty wet. But there are trees. Trees on the floor. Trees over there. Trees nonetheless. So can we do a bit of strange manoeuvring to go around this rock? So that we have trees to constantly winch on to if required. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Rather than just ploughing straight into the water there. Can we go from this direction? That's not a question for the comments, because we're finding out right now. The answer looks like yes, but there's a hell of a lot of stuff in the way. But of course we don't need to go all the way to the truck, although that seems fairly easy to be fair. I thought the water might be deep, but it's not. So what we can do is the old wincharoo. Funny enough, it looks like... Is dawn breaking in SnowRunner? Maybe. Makes it a little easier to see anyway as we get out of here. No, not attached winch, attached trailer, still too far away. Good song by Dire Straits. There we go. Oh no, that's so far away, isn't it? Not too far away. Watched a really good interview with Mark Knopfler last night, which is why that's in my head. Just got stuck on a bit of rock there. And did we need to take this little route round the rocks and stuff? I don't know. Am I happy that I did though? Yes. Are we safe yet? Absolutely not. There we go. Right. What can we grab onto to get out? Not a lot. Not a lot. Is this me getting stuck again? Who knows? Let's see if we can winch the trailer for a bit of pull. Ooh. Am I stuck on it? So I might just be stuck on a big rock rather than actually stuck in the mud. So what I'm doing is using the winch on the trailer to sort of take a bit of the tension off the truck and also hopefully push me along a bit. But the angle is a bit strange, so I do feel like I'm digging in a bit. Yeah, you can see the tires digging into the rocks. So what we're going to do is detach the trailer. If I can get myself out, thankfully with those trees. Oh, oh no. That wasn't planned. Didn't want to wreck a tree. This is a strange maneuver pushing the curtain side here. But don't worry, because I'm pretending to know what I'm doing. And I realise I've just gone back straight into the swamp. Ooh, this is... So you know when I said what's the worst that can happen? Well... possibly this. I've just had an idea, which could be even more horrendous than what we're doing now. But it looks like we might be able to creep up here. I've got to sort of turn myself around a little bit first. That's fine. I know I broke that tree. I'm sorry. Feel bad. But if we can get the truck up here, then we're out of the mud. I'm sure this is going to just drag us down the hill, but whatever. Oh, okay. So going back to the what's the worst that can happen comments. Currently finding out. If I just pulled that. I hate attaching trailers at times. Right. Lads, let's give it a go. So this is certainly where we're going to have to start playing around with the winch and the trailers and stuff. That was not the tree I wanted to be on, but it was enough to give us a little bit of movement. Oh, we're stuck again. Oh, another broken one. What I really want is the massive one that won't break. Like that. There we go. Now whether I've got the power to be able to keep ploughing up this hill though, I don't know. But what we have got is a nice silver birch tree to be able to yank me up. And as long as there's plenty of trees that don't break, I'm going to go and try and go through the middle here. This is absolutely not the route you're supposed to do with this. I think all you need is a good truck and not getting stuck in the mud, and you can literally just roll down, avoid that rock, pick it up from the water, and just drive out. But we like to make things a little more complicated over here. And look at that. We're on the road. It worked. We got there. I'm quite happy with that. I thought we were wading into another disaster there, which this channel seems to be becoming extremely good at. But no. Only a little bit of terror and mild panic before we solve things. You know, if there's strong trees around and a good winch, you're generally okay in SnowRunner. Generally okay. Yeah, I'm sure if I had the better tyres on this, probably wouldn't have been an issue and I could have just ploughed it straight out. But we're good. We are good. Am I going the right way? Yes. Yeah, it's the left turn here. This is a nice little potential thumbnail spot though, so bear with me. once we get the truck back into the light. Ooh, on the turn. Let's have a good look. Almost there. A wee bit of mud just as a final little test for this thing. Through that. There we go, another 240, another 1600. Let's go fuel up and see what's next. So out of interest, how close are we to the next level? What's that, 360? Nice. So, missing machinery next. I think I'm going to leave that till next time though. We've done a reasonable bit today. 2 tasks and a contract complete. And starting to make some good progress. So, next time we can head on over. We've got a massive fuel tanker over here that we need to start draining or transferring fuel around. And I believe, is that where? No, we've got ramp for flatbed trailer. So getting over to this part of the map is going to do us some good. Don't think we'll be able to rescue the Chevy. We can give it a go. Maybe. Maybe. For feeling brave. If there's enough trees around there. But yeah, I will see you next time for Missing Machinery. Thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.